president, or possibly a pre-planned visit, should have gone directly to Plateau State to commiserate with the governor, likewise, and make clear how they feel really bad with regards to this incident as well. Meanwhile, in Ebonyi State, similar to what had happened at some point, where a church was also attacked, leading to the massacre of quite a number of people during the churches. An incident of such nature in Ebonyi State, Catholic Church, Catholic there in Abakaliki Diocese, most Peter Nwori on Monday confirmed the incident, describing it as sad, disheartening, and condemning the 3 worshippers, offering prayers for their souls and injured them. The Ebonyi State Police and have not at the time, and from the Guardian, had not said more as to the incident. The question then becomes, how should the president or anybody in top government role, federal role if I would say, take out time to respond, if not respond immediately, when it comes to the issue that really on security incidents across the country? That's my question for you. Time. But before I do open up the mics, let me share some other top stories with you, regards to things that happen and the references that build up around. This is Morning Crossfire, right on Nigeria Info.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's go on the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion. I am Femi D.
Now, up to this, Senator Moro speaks about where to say senators cannot run ship in Nigeria is an insult. I think of what he said with regards to that in an interview. Take a listen to just a part of the interview and his perspective on Nigeria.
Well, I remember very well, and I think it was unfortunately sensationalized and blown out of proportion, and who have come to terms with the president of the Senate of so distinguished Senator Gospel Akpabio. You know, he cracks jokes a lot, and some of the routine of the Senate have been thrown on the open. Again, I do not see anything that particularly wrong in what he said. But maybe the way he did it and the choice of words that he used in Nigeria now, if you make little slips or little people don't understand, they will be out of proportion. Otherwise, I can tell you that on a regular basis, festivities, because senators go to various constituencies, provision made in the budget of the National Assembly that some provisions be made to assist senators and also separate members to at least attend their people when they go. And this one was not an exception, that it was presented in a manner that Nigeria picked up and started criticizing our assembly for.
The criticism even became stronger. They gathered that you guys tried to get yourself SUVs despite the public and the came around there.
Well,
explain that.
Let me.
You're telling the people to tighten their belts.
No, the tightening belts doesn't even exclude legislators. Let me tell you this. Giving SUVs and cars to legislators to enhance the capacity to perform their duties, it's not the first time. It's not peculiar. It's not unique to the Senate. It's very unfortunate. It's coming at a time when things are pretty hard for this. But what I find amusing or intriguing, the fact that when it concerns the assembly, people no matter of highs and cries and hues and the rest of them. Otherwise, in the 9th Senate, we're giving SUVs. All of us, senators. And the House of Representatives, because of their numbers, we are giving cars. In the 80th Senate, the same thing. So it's not something that is in the 10th Senate. You know, as Nigerians are saying that it is a luxury to give cars to people to work. Otherwise, what about ministers, directors, permanent secretaries in government ministries? They all have government vehicles to them. The villa has attached to relevant officials for the performance of their duties. So it's unfortunate that that of the Senate become an issue for public condemnation. Otherwise, again said, it's not a new thing, but as if it's something that the tenants just exhumed from nowhere and then started doing it. said, and if you check the records of the National Assembly, the non-Senate SUVs to all senators, I got one. You're the one I got. Over now. House of Rep also. And I can count to that the 80th Senate also got senators and House of Members. So it's not a new thing. But I want to think that here with senators who are the people of Nigeria, I know our performances may not meet the expectations of Nigerians. That is not to say that we should not be given necessary facilities to be able to perform, even to the expectation of the same Nigerians. I think that what they should say, and I expect some to say so, is to whom much is given, much is expected. So legislators, senators, you've been giving cars, people are suffering, go and attend to the life of the suffering people. Electricity is epileptic, go and attend to it, go and fix it. Infrastructures, no roads, no hospitals, tend to them. Schools are broken down, go to them because we have given you everything required to do the job. I think that is expected of, that's what I as Nigerians to challenge the legislators with, and not to say that they should not be given vehicles. There are some people, first timers here, who have never been to any legislative house before or worked in any place before. They are here. How are they going to come to work?
This is Morning Crossfire.
Senator Abam there, the PDP senator there, speaking senators riding the Jeep being given cars. Governor of Abia State also, that's Alex Otti, Labour Party, did speak after visiting the president. He speaks about the bad state in which the country is and the need around. Here's his view after visiting President Tinubu in Lagos.
This is Morning Crossfire.
You know, he came in at a very difficult time when inflation was close to 30%. The debt, national debt, almost $4 billion. And then unemployment close to 33.3%. Then the management economy at that time was a big challenge. With almost 24 trillion naira printed, what is described as ways and means. So anyone that understands how the economy works will agree that it's a difficult challenge. So one thing is that he has been very close, buying the exchange rate and then moving petroleum subsidy, which actually had become scam and costing us a lot. So those policies, but then they come with their negatives. They come with challenges for an economy where 60% of the population are living below poverty line. So it's not going to be immediately, but I believe if we are patient, we go through the policies without compromising, that over time things will turn around.
This is Crossfire.
Governor there of Abia State, Alex Otti, after meeting with President Tinubu in Lagos. All right. Well, that's one of the big stories there. Meanwhile, the Rivers youth also did make a U-turn. They're backing for decision on Abuja's resolution. They are with the governor, whatever he chooses to go on, well, at the end of the day. That's a view of the SDP regards to Nigerians and the height of suffering that they've endured during Christmas.
I, Lasho Usagabam, the National Chairman of the Social Democratic Party, on behalf of the National Working Committee of the party, on behalf of the party, on behalf of the entire members, friends, sympathizers, and workers, we have to share and felicitate with our brothers and sisters in celebrating Christmas on the 25th of this month and a brand new year in advance. I want to thank all of you for your patience, for your commitment. Families are finding it very difficult to maintain the basic necessities of life. Families are finding it difficult to sleep with their two eyes closed because of security. But we also know this is the only country we have. The history of all nations have been that sacrifices are inevitable. Therefore, I want all of us to pray for our dear country during this festive period and pray the new year will bring peace, unity, fairness, and justice to our country. The new year will be a year that is so committed by leaders to improve the purchasing power of Nigerians, to protect all Nigerians, to restore peace and order, love in the family, to checkmate excesses that are leading this country into unsafe situations. We also understand that largely what we are going through is unwarranted. All governments over the world that are committed to the welfare of its citizens will do everything humanly possible to bring succor to the citizens.
Is Morning Crossfire.
Well, that's almost in tandem with what I have to say with regards. Palliative is the form of government sustainable. It's not a way in which you deliver the dividends of democracy, as one would find. After the break, I take your calls. I'll be back in 5 minutes. They're about to listen to your views on this. Yes, it's Morning Crossfire. Don't shy away from the arguments. Bring it on. Let's ask your opinion of this. It's true that there's been incidents in Plateau State. What type of response is great enough and is approving enough Nigerians? Thanks.
In the comfort of your home, on your in the midst of your daily activity.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. Audio Jungle.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day. It is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be a bit differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 Sorry, don't be angry.
I'm angry, and I'm good. It's good that I'm even angry on your show because you'll be able to either correct me or put me in check straight.
It's Christmas. I'm not holding anybody.
Yes, because I'm just wondering, distinct Senator Abamora. Excuse me, sir. First, you even made comment about joke, not taking joke. Sir, you're not comedian, sir. Don't joke. Your service to Nigeria, very straightforward service, and you meet with all sense of seriousness. That's what the people of the country need about now. Sir, for you to talk about the FVs that was given to distinguished senator, House of Reps members, no problem. Some of us have sucked that in. But I'm going to say that how will the new people, even in the 9th Assembly, people were giving coups. For example, sir, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawan, who is president, sir, if you are giving him card around, what does it mean to him? That's turn to you, sir. Number 2 question. He said the new people, how will they come to? No, sir. Sir, that was really low. That was really low. Because how do staff that work here work? How do staff of the National, how do they come to work? Have you mandated the National Assembly give every staff that is attached to every legislature a vehicle to come to work? How do drivers come to work? How do your come to work? No. There's nobody, and I stand to be corrected, there's nobody today that will have made it to it that very hollow chance and say they don't have a vehicle.
But when they have to go in for Christmas, don't they go with something for the people?
When they were going for Christmas, sir, what did they used to go home with?
I'm just saying.
No, those are the questions.
People should have it busy.
Personally, from the issue of that emission exercise of that year that is spending. I don't know. But because I'm just trying to mix it. Then, so the governor of Abia State, you are doing well. We like the development in Abia. Me especially. Some of those Abia roads used to look like. But this, he came in at the worst time. There's nobody that has been president in this country when we switch to
democracy from 1999.
That has not met something. Sir, everywhere people meet things, just your own and work and do your work. Allow the president to do his work.
It's everywhere. Somebody meets something.
Somebody will meet something everywhere.
Nobody had something better enough.
No. They talked about unifying the dollars. I'm shocked because the governor of Abia State, Femi, is a businessman before he came into office.
Yes,
he knows what the dollar in the marriage between the dollar and naira. He knows that marriage is on the verge of breaking.
Well, what interests me is also that governors from political parties, kind of president, that's what's intriguing to me. Whether it's the Fubara or whether it's Labour Party governor Alex Ortiz, they just seem to understand the man better. Good sign if the governors do understand better.
Dr. Femi, you must give it to President Bu.
He has a way of
knows how to walk the room.
But that's one way of saying it.
He knows how.
But should he have traveled to Plateau State already? I have strong reservations. I know that our government protocol strongly. For example, I'll this before I do open up the phone lines, because people emotional about this, sentiment. We have the right to be emotional and sentimental about this. But I also do know that most incidents that do happen until the reasonable level of clearance to say, oh, this incident is now under control. For example, the number of people that have been killed have now been fully accounted for. You do not send someone like the president to go in. He may have a sentiment about it because in his own reasons to say, oh, to visit these people, to say this, to say. Because in the past, think about it, in Borno State, how many times would we have wanted to have had former President Buhari going to Borno State, the level of insecurity going on there? That's one question. Question two is a Borno State church incident, similar to that, 3 people were killed. Should he be able to go in? Kaduna, where the military were culpable, they admitted to be culpable. In simple translation, the military is culpable of killing the rest in Kaduna State. It was the vice president went in, but after many days they go in. And should the governors also have traveled to Kaduna State to cater for that? How many of this kind of incident you require or should be required, how soon or immediate should the president or anybody designated should go in to meet with the governor or any of the people, the residents there immediately? Those are the questions.
I mean, Dr. Femdi, you started a very interesting premise. Is as a people, because, I mean, what are lives of human beings who are our brothers and our sisters, regardless of where they are. And of course, you know my mantra. I don't care whether you are from whatever state, as long as you're a human being and the blood you have, whether you are in Plateau or you are in Benue or you are Jigawa, your blood is still red. You check the color. So people who their lives has been taken are our brothers and our sisters, and we also console our brothers out there who are direct family. And it's okay to feel Mr. President doesn't feel that way, but I'm to tell you with the little I know, because of course some of us have had villages to walk around some of places to know how some of the president's protocol for movement is completely different. How the men feel about a matter is different from how it is interpreted. I give you an example. The more than 50 reports, security reports, every day or every hour. But interpretation of that report is not the president. The president does not have the right to interpret that. So as well to say, because I'm the president, I'm an emotion, something has happened, I want to be here now. The president has no power of his own to just say, I want to be here now. Why? Is because the security has to check what's going. Is there sweeping done? What I mean sweeping, in terms of security, have the area been checked? Have we seen the numbers of lives that were lost? As people still within there, you can't, it's not possible. See, if you have the chance to sit with Mr. President today, I tell you that he will tell you, oh, I would love to just go there immediately, but he doesn't have that.
Just talking about protocol, I remember one, and I'll give you what this is. There was a time, we mentioned Huna, but there was a time the president was due to visit us near the station. We had walked on, talked back and forth, protocol and everything. And they came, there's an advanced team. They came around, checked and said, oh, we require a certain number of doors to be available to us to man security for easy of the president and for you to go back and forth and places need to be closed, this needs to be done, Eventually, they said we didn't meet here. It was all caring enough, want to come. But they said, no, to meet the criteria at that time. So there was no way we'll visit our premises. It was painful.
Of course, yeah.
Very painful. And sometimes even Nigerian ministers come, you have to use your length of your relationship for them to come around. Not to say they need pressure from the people that voted them. In some instances, for example, in Plateau State, I still feel there's need to monitor that situation better than it is now. If you're still searching for people, still looking for people who are on the run and the rest of that, they still need to monitor the situation better than it is now. And just get it. But well, let's hear your views on whether you agree or not. Lines are open 070051 0000. That's the telephone line. 00951 0000. You can also check it on 08095574869. And on WhatsApp is 08099930137. Good morning.
Brother Femi, good morning.
Good morning.
Chinedu.
Oh, Chinedu.
My brother, I agree with you.
It's okay to say.
Visiting on all the cities.
Yes, please share your view.
Even how you talk, we know where you belong to. All the so see how many governors that go and meet Tinubu Day. All of them are celebrating breaking campaigns. Who does that? Over 100 and something people. That in Christmas Day. How about Femi Day, my brother? Even when bomb blast happened in Abuja during good luck time, when these Tinubu castigated good luck, he went to Ghana and Kukere. I watched him, watch all of them that time. He's not in power. He said, why travel to Kano? So let us attend with 400 and something people. How about, my brother? It's too much. We're supposed to be on money. Everybody, not only everybody's blood. The thing is not to
okay.
People wish to make up and so whether it's secret or not secret. It's commander chief of it's supposed to or even be more. Even if you're going, we just keep.
Interesting. Thank you.
All of them are celebrate. All of them are like both the governors and this them. We're in trouble in this country, my brother.
All right, thank you. The laughing part and all those, I agree with that. But the fundamental question is, should he have left where he was immediately that happened? That's where the point of argument is. Morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Yes, welcome.
Good morning, Sidonia, who is with you. You have your own share of billions.
Yeah, of course it was a share of billions. He's the one distributing it.
Virtually. Abubakar calling from
Abubakar, okay.
The global practice for most presidents when they try to right caution their orientation if they are outside, if they are at home, they want to be of the incident to sympathize with those affected, even visit to those who survive, the survivors in the hospital. So my concern on the President Tinubu case is not having quotation shopping street. We have known the pattern of Plateau attack happened severally in the past. They should have security agents should have mounted a massive presence in Plateau or any other hospital to preempt the attack. That is my own plea. We should value life.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. Brilliant contribution. Good morning, G.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Happy Christmas and Happy New Year advance.
Yes, sir.
My name is Haruna. I'm calling you from Guagolada. The name my father gives me.
Okay.
I want to ask one question. Those are they spirits?
Oh, are they spirits? Oh, that's a literal question. No, they're not. I won't believe so.
Thing will happen, they will not catch one person. Kana, Plateau, Taraba. Kana, Plateau, Taraba. Federal government make a solution of this thing once and for all. About Femi, woman peace die on Christmas Day. Giving is happen every time. Taraba, Kaduna, Plateau, all Haba. We have to because let those if they are not coming to give the security, what is bringing the mainland even on Nigeria problem now? Security. You cannot go to farm and farm. Food loss. Nobody will do any or inside bush. Say, I want to go farm, I want to go find me too, I want to go do this. That one how will nobody stop her? Let them do something. We're not saying, okay, because of this thing, let them come back. No. So if the soldier come back, I'm sure that's why sometimes I sit down, I say I don't go call, but they think they touch me, I have to call.
Haruna, chop Ojakpa.
What is that? Sounds like something that will purge you. Oh, okay. No, but not that one that you're saying. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning, Femi D.
Sir.
Nothing news like the news.
You're welcome. Prove it.
Something can break the
news. Femi D, you won't go.
Oh,
Salasi's Hausa is Yoruba is the one that crossed Jiri.
This is Hausa Yoruba now. My name is Salas.
Yes, sir.
I'm in Kaduna listening to you online.
Oh, okay.
Do you know all that happens I heard of Abamoro justifying all this. Heard of so many of them, the National Assembly. That is not my. So that, yes, I see that one as just, as politicians, they can say anything. But my main concern is about the massacre in Plateau. Femi, there's a video that my heart. That woman was shot dead. And baby of, let's say, 16 months was at back. Maybe that child must have been sleeping. Then they killed the man.
Okay. Selassie.
He was crying, believing that.
Yes, go on.
Yes, that little child, his mother was sleeping. No aunt traveled from town to go and see his mother. He and his parents were wiped out. We are talking of intelligent gathering. See, as I'm speaking to you now, if there's security to pick me, they know where I'm making this call. They pick me up. And this thing has become occurring almost every year. In festive period, most especially Kaduna, Plateau, and Nasarawa, and other places. This thing always, some people will come and kill unabated. None of them will be arrested. Imagine, over 100 is still live, claimed at the eve of us. In fact, this Christmas wasn't good at all. Just you could imagine me too, as I'm in Kaduna now, to go to my village. Before you will hear me again on the info. That is why I always say insecurity is like tourists in the market. You never know who it may hit. Today victims were yesterday survivors. Tomorrow victims were today survivors. It could be body. Government must do the needful. All the intelligence. We have the NI, we have the DSS, we have the NSA, all the intelligent gathering. The government have everything. So governments do the needful in order to protect protect the life and the property of their citizens. Thank you for giving me the privilege.
Right. Thank you so much as well for your comment. There's mass burial going on in villages in Barkinland, in the local government area of Plateau. Sad incident. We've seen that. It's just really terrible to just imagine.
It is, Dr. Femi. I saw the video that you was talking about yesterday, and the one you are also showing now. It breaks our hearts, to be honest. We look forward for our institutions, the security agents, to be strong enough to ensure that this come to an end. And to be honest, I mean, just like Selassie also said, Dr. Femi, if you look at it very closely, these are also states that are in very close proximity with the Federal Capital Territory.
Yes, true.
So whatever we're thinking, we should act not tomorrow. I mean, we're still going with our own within the FC. I mean, just I think on day before Christmas, some families who had their loved one kidnapped were also reunited with their families in the FCT. So these things are things that can also send a wrong message to investors. No matter how the federal government is working to get investors to come and invest in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, then we'll look at security of life, property of the people, and of the when they are coming to do business. So security is real business.
Yes, it is. And you know what's essentially also becomes confusing is identifying in quote now the terrorists, the marauders, and every of the name is available that people do call. Honorable Peter Ibrahim and then in Plateau State, say Honorable House of Representatives, at some point that we know the killers, and so the security agencies, we know where they come from and where they're going after killing us. Now, that question itself brings forward the question of what is going on with identifying funders of terrorists, what is going with identifying the places where these people do gather, terrorize to organize their terrorism. And it brings forward the question of, responses from security architecture. Some would say in the past, at least we'll find those chiefs move up and down. Can anybody name any security chief now? No, I'm being clear and sincere. I'm not indicting them. I'm also seeing they are spending a good number of the time away from public life. I think the most popular among them has always been the IGP police. Yeah. Everybody knows the name IGP of police, but the other security chiefs in charge of this act, it's still to have their name just come to your mind. That's not to say they are not working, but that's also to wonder about if their work translates to public discourse. So public engagement on what they're asking Nigerians to support them with information and of that, and so much so it brings forward the question of how much do you know about the people who so much are terrorizing Nigeria, and they're terrorizing Nigeria. Who knows who is doing this? Will the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu also still be inclined to say these are foreigners in the country? Because that was the narrative on that brief.
Yeah.
To say these are men and women from Niger, from surrounding neighboring countries, people who moved down from top parts countries of Africa. But is that the same narrative that or are we formulating new narrative? Are we still using the phrase killer headsmen and the likes of that? There are things that one should wonder about. Let's more call as we round off.
Good morning, Femi and LP.
Good morning.
This is Amadu calling from Kuje.
Okay, welcome.
You asked a pertinent question, if somebody should be the president, what is the president supposed to do? Yes, as a president, even though you're when we fight something that happens. For instance, if you are his mother, that happened to, she will rush down and out. I thank God somebody like Angel. When once something happens, on the spot assessment.
Oh, okay. He was making a good point. On the spot assessment. Okay, so what's on the spot assessment? The president does it. Then what does still of the NSC? What are they doing? The other guys. I think that also on the spot assessment. Is anybody a believer at? Okay, let me squeeze in this one. Yes, good morning. Welcome. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's also Niger State. I agree with everybody. Doctor.
Yes, sir.
You see, we are talking about the president. The Minister of Defense. Where are they? ID of police. Where are they? So you can't leave everything for president. And president should allow everybody to do his work. The DSS, they should do their work without president go and leave. They should do their work and report to the president. No, you don't expect the president go and visit people or go here. They should do their work and report back to the president. We don't have everything for the president. Because what is causing the damages, everything you expect them to do this. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't like that at all.
All right.
I think everybody should do his work, and the country should be ready to defend his thing.
Okay.
I think people, because he said that the issue is not from the header founding or
any other one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. We've got to step away now. Thank you so much. AY says the president can move immediately to Cardinal security build-up for Senator Abba. I don't blame him. If it were to be a country that works good, it shouldn't be housed based on the involvement with the death of the immigration saga. All right, we have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for all you. LFEZ is up next. Thank you, FEZ. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being on the show. What can I thank for?
No, you did not give me meat. You cannot thank me for giving me meat.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless.
Hi there. My name is Mercy Johnson Okoji.
My name is Joke Silva.
Hi there.
This is Nigeria Info.